Not true.
It's showing it on my iPhone.
Oh, there you said it
The
didn't.
live is over on the auction part?
Yeah. And now we're live on the other part.
Okay.
Let me see, but Kevin's saying it's not showing the thumbnail, but
Yeah, it's just a black screen.
yeah, that's a glitch on YouTube because there is a thumbnail. And I'm going to do it again. Yeah, there's a glitch on YouTube.
Glitch.
A glitch.
Uh-oh.
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 Trying to find the thumbnail. Let's see. Thumbnail. There we go. Okay. Now it should show a thumbnail. I don't know why it's making that happen. But that's crazy.
It's weird. I can't even comment on like I can
I think there's a glitch on YouTube. Kevin,
I can't even X out of it now. What is wrong with this?
You can't X out of what, the old live?
No, the new one. I can't. I got in and now I can't.
Why do you want to leave the new?
And I can't X out.
You want to leave the new live already?
We're on the new live. We're on the new live, and mine's working perfectly.
Try.
La-di-da. Hers is working perfectly.
Wow.
Too bad you don't have those nice earbuds to listen to it with, right? Because then it would really be perfect, wouldn't it be?
Yes.
Yeah, too bad. Janae has them now. My friend Mary Beth had to leave them. And with the coasters and stuff. And the Eiffel Tower bottle.
And the ramen. Don't forget the ramen.
And the ramen.
The ramen
yeah.
was the big
ramen.
draw there.
Yeah.
My friend Mary Beth, yeah.
Beth. Next time she'll pack lighter.
I know. She's like the camp friend that leaves this stuff. I got Mary Beth's earbuds. Oh, good. She always leaves something good.
What about the charger itself? How much was that? Or was that just thrown in? Is that extra?
Was the charger extra, Elle? Or the case was extra? I think the covering.
The case was extra. The charger comes with it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Today will let you know how good they are.
You can use them.
Me?
Yeah.
But she bought them for $1,000 and
Oh.
one.
1001.
No.
Yeah.
Don't forget the one.
Don't forget that one.
I have to sell them to my friend Janae. You are truly like that friend, because I think everybody has that friend that always leaves something at everybody's house and then just goes like this. Oh, just take it. I had a friend like that. She used to come up here and she used to bring so much stuff and she used to leave it all over. And then we would all go home back to New Jersey, and then when she would never remember anything, we never know. And then when we would come back, like weeks later, I'd be like, what is all this stuff? And I'll just keep it. You remind me of that friend. Like she would never even know she left all her stuff there.
I'm so desperate to get rid of stuff in here. People say, "Oh, I really like that." Really? Oh,
Take
yeah.
it.
Take it. Take it with you, please.
That's what I do to my son all the time. Do you like that? Do you want it? Take it.
I know I tried that. It doesn't work with my kid.
My son, Michael, more than that, if it's cute. My daughter's like a severe minimalist.
Yeah, Michael too. Oh man,
Severe.
so
A
neat.
good way to be.
Yeah.
They're so organized. My
More
God.
like that.
So let's see what's going on here.
I need to learn. how
I
to be
will
a
pack
minimalist.
lighter on the next celebration because I left a whole thing of clothes here. Plus, I had three. I'm going to get one big suitcase instead of all the little suitcases I bring. And I brought entirely too many clothes that I never even wore. And
I don't think it's possible to learn to become a minimalist at this point.
well,
in life.
not a minimalist, but
We could
I'm going
pare
to.
it down, however.
Yeah, I should try to pare it down. All the stuff I brought.
Yeah.
Though I did fly my kite, so that was good.
Yeah, that was great.
That was fun.
Was. Okay, so
Didn't think of bringing one of those.
Elizabeth Holmes is ordered to prison on May 30th after losing bid to stay free during appeals. The Theranos founder, Elizabeth Holmes, has been ordered to prison by 2 p.m. on May 30th to begin serving her 11 years and 3 months term after her fraud conviction. She lost a bid to remain out on bail while she appealed. An appeals court denied her attempt to stay out of prison while challenging her fraud conviction, while she and her former CEO were ordered to pay $452 million to victims of the fraud. She was convicted last year of misrepresenting her company's technology and finances and was sentenced to 11 years, 3 months in prison. Former CEO Ramesh Sunny Balwani was convicted on similar charges and is serving his 12 years and 11 month sentence in April after a court denied his request to remain free while he appeals. During her trial, Holmes claimed that she believed her statements were accurate when she made them, but in making his restitution order, Judge Edward Davila flatly rejected that contention. The victims' losses occurred at the moment they exchanged their money for Theranos shares, he said. Davila ruled that Holmes and Balwani are equally on the hook for the full $452 million, while the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals denied Holmes' request to remain free on bond during appeal. She had been due to begin her sentence on April 25th, but she asked the court to delay 2 days before. Davila will now set a new date for her to go behind bars. And so, let's see. And it's going to be May 30th. Let's see what else we have. We talked about that. We talked about that already. Grabbed almost all of that. Let's see, what is this? It's mom and boyfriend. Okay, so an Arizona couple saying lying. What else is new here? An Arizona couple's behind bars after police discovered an unresponsive toddler in their home in Glendale, Arizona. The toddler was later pronounced dead. Shortly after 10 a.m., law enforcement received a call from a residence in 60th Avenue and Golden Lane. The caller, identified as Johnny Brazel II, who was 20, reported that his stepson was unresponsive, without a pulse, not breathing. According to Brazel's account, the boy had suffered a dog attack earlier in the day, resulting in a laceration and a bump on his head. First responders arrived at the scene within minutes and administered CPR. Despite their efforts, the boy was pronounced dead at the area hospital. Upon investigation, detectives discovered the boy had extensive bruising throughout his body, including his eyes and head, and they also observed a conspicuous skull fracture, which appeared to be indicative of child abuse. The child's mother, Layla Lopez, is accused of giving inconsistent statements about the alleged dog attack. Both Brazel and Lopez were subsequently arrested, charged with first-degree murder. Police said Brazel later admitted to hitting the victim with a belt while dangling him in the air by his leg before dropping him on his head. Police added that the suspect waited until the baby stopped breathing before calling 911. They're both accused of planning out their lies before seeking help. An arrest affidavit indicated that detectives overheard Brazel admit to Lopez that he killed the victim and that the story we talked about didn't work. Great. And crazy. Sick
They both
people.
look like
2-year-old.
Boone killers, if you ask me.
2-year-old baby. Yeah.
He didn't drive.
Really, people are so sick. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay. Come on. All right. Next we have these children missing. We have no idea what's going on. The search intensifies for 2 young boys who have mysteriously vanished together in New York. NYPD urges the public to submit tips if you have any information. Alpha Bari and Garrett Warren. Alpha is 11, Garrett is 13. Were last seen together Friday night on a security camera at Anna's Fish Market on 145th Street and Lexington Avenue in Harlem at around 6 p.m. An employee saw the boys inside the store. They made a small purchase. The worker noted the boys are regulars at the shop. Garrett Warren's mother, Dayshell Moore, said she's not angry with anyone. She just wants the boys to come home. We're not angry with anyone. We're not trying to press charges or arrest anyone. We just want to find these 2 boys and bring them back home. Moore said the boys went out on Friday night, returned to Garrett's home in Harlem around 1:30 a.m. Saturday morning for him to change clothes, and said they left again to play basketball and didn't return. Meanwhile, Alpha's sister, Fatima Diallo, said she hasn't heard from him since Friday. He attended school at Democracy Prep that day, left shortly afternoon, and that the plan was for him to meet his 14-year-old sister, who attends the same school, and walk home with her. Alpha failed to meet his sister, which raised the initial concern. This is something he has never done. This is all new to us, and we have no idea what's going on. He's a sweet little boy. Diallo said everything that's happening right now, and I can't comprehend what's going on. He always calls us. He always goes to school with my little sister, and then he comes out together. It has been 5 days, a little boy outside by himself. This is something new that has happened to us. Alva's family received a phone call from school on Friday informing them that he left class and said he needed to use the restroom, but then walked out. Since then, the NYPD said multiple units have been sent out to search for the boys, and police are working around the clock to find them. We are going to search land, air, and sea. Obviously, the water is here. They are young children. We are taking every precaution. We have state-of-the-art helicopters. We are going to use all of our assets to look for these kids. We are looking at video all over Manhattan. We're trying to identify everybody that was with them. We need to speak to every single person that was with them. And anyone with tips on the children's whereabouts should contact NYPD's Crime Stoppers hotline at 1-800-577-TIPS. Wow, I think they're found. Let's see here. We went over all of that. And Zodiac Killer. Really? Let's see what's going on. So, an investigative group comprised of law enforcement, military intelligence officers, and journalists allege that this week the FBI failed to adequately investigate the Zodiac Killer's identity, despite having a suspect's DNA since 2016. The group, called the Casebreakers, identified the serial killer as Air Force veteran Gary Francis Post, who died in 2018. The Casebreakers wrote, the FBI secretly had Post listed as a suspect in the case since 2016. His partial DNA profile was housed at the agency's lab in Quantico, Virginia. The Zodiac Killer was behind at least 5 murders in California in the late 60s. The killer boasted about his actions in coded notes that were sent to the police and the media. The case breakers allege that they recovered Post's DNA from a hiking mat owned by him for 3 decades earlier. Case breakers found the ancestral town of the now dead Post, where DNA from a blood relative was offered by a confidential informant. Days later, good profiles with Post kin and the mat's DNA were compared by forensic experts from 5 colleges. Strong similarities were found. The team hopes the results will be compared to hairs found on 1966 victim Sherry Jo Bates. Bates was murdered in October of 1966 in Riverside, California, which is hundreds of miles from where the other victims were killed. Riverside police say it does not believe the Zodiac Killer carried out Bates's murder. However, the case breakers previously claimed it decoded messages that heavily suggest Post is the Zodiac Killer, including one in which Post's entire name was removed to express a completely different message. Further, the group said it obtained a 1975 FBI memo to Riverside Police that listed Bates as one of the Zodiac's victims. In their latest post, the case breakers publicized a photo of Post, which apparently shows him with a forehead scar that is also shown in sketches of the elusive killer. The Post also went on to accuse the FBI of hiding evidence after Groveland residents directed agents to Post in 2014, 4 years before his death. Jaw-dropped FBI agents were shown his elaborate escape map, photos, dual identities, cryptic clues, shell casings, and in 2016 his DNA, the Post read. But witnesses and emails reveal the feds, Riverside PD, and SFPD whitewashed the residents' heroics and seized their briefcase with all the documentation. The case breakers claim the Groveland residents and news anchor Dale Julin contacted them about the apparent cover-up in 2020, and the DNA scoop reportedly came from an FBI whistleblower. The FBI's investigation into the Zodiac Killer remains open and unsolved. The FBI San Francisco office told Fox News Digital in a statement, due to the ongoing nature of the investigation and out of respect for the victims and their families, we will not be providing further comment at this time. And that is that. And let's see. I think that's it for the true crime news. I don't even know where our live is. Our live. Oh, here we go. Hi, Foxy and the Boxy. How are you? Hi, Catwoman. How are you? Hi, Barb Olson. How are you? Okay. Debbie L. Let's see if there's any other. Okay, so let's see. Now we've got a little bit about Brian Koberger. We have a mission. Kaylee Gonsalves' father reacts to Koberger's indictment. Brian Koberger's grand jury indictment means there is no preliminary hearing in the University of Idaho case, which would have revealed more about the investigation before trial. Steve Gonsalves, the father of victim Kaylee Gonsalves, reacts during an appearance on News Nation's Banfield. So he is seemingly, let's see here, not happy with this. Let's see what's going on here. He said, I feel like we have a mission, we have a job to do, we have things that have to happen, and when I see those things happening, that helps me understand that we're going in the right direction, and that's always better than just sitting and waiting for who knows what's going to happen. So when the official news dropped at the grand jury had completed, the indictment was coming down, what was his reaction? He said, well, they had let us know beforehand that the process was in action and it was going to possibly happen. They kind of put it in a vague circumstance, saying it could be the case. But we knew, I have legal counsel. I talked to my legal counsel. He said, yes, it's definitely the case. So we knew that was the case. So we sat back and hoped that everybody was going to remain quiet and it wouldn't leak, because the last thing we wanted was neither family to be accused of that. So we kept our mouths shut and we just waited for it to happen. And then they told us, yeah, it's over, it's done. We had been making big plans, as a network, decamping to go Idaho for the June 26th hearing. It was my understanding there was going to be a solid 3 to 5 days, like a mini trial, and we would have learned a lot of information. Okay, let's see here. He said, I wanted to know exactly what was going on. I wanted to see the evidence. I don't like the secret key. Secret keys, like the hiding of it. But I understand why they did it. Secrecy. Not secret key. There's people who are witnesses and they need to be protected and they don't need to be dragged through every obstacle that the process goes through. And it was a wise decision to go this path. So all the information will come out, but it doesn't have to come out in multiple times. So in multiple ways, we didn't have to make them go through that exercise more than they needed. And that was, let's see, what was up with that. Okay, so we've got that now. And what else do we have? What is this about? Another Disney thing. We showed that fight people had in Disney, and now we have this woman here. Attorneys for a Florida woman is accused of killing her husband, a Disney World mechanic, in 2015 and burying his body in her backyard, now says a child committed the crime. Lori Shaver, 40, was released on bond in 2020 after she was accused of shooting her 36-year-old husband, Michael Shaver, once in the head and wrapping up his body in his sheets and burying him beneath a concrete slab and fire pit outside of their Claremont home, according to an affidavit for her arrest. Shaver's defense recently filed a motion in Lake County Court saying it received testimony from a minor child who confessed to having committed the murder in this matter. The motion, filed by Shaver's defense attorney, Jeffrey Wiggs, seeks a psychological exam of the child. The minor has exculpatory information that could prove Shaver's innocence in the case, Wiggs told the news media. We're concerned about the child being excluded from trial because of the emotional atmosphere, he said, adding that the defense is seeking expert insight along with psychological evaluation just to make sure the child is candid and aware of any potential crimes she could be charged with. The minor would have been 7 years old at the time of the shooting, but is now 14 and has persisted in seeking to testify. Lori Shaver was accused of fatally shooting her husband and burying his body in 2015. After Michael Shaver's death, Lori Shaver apparently told Travis Filmer, her boyfriend at the time, that the father of her two youngest children, that Michael was no longer on Earth and that something bad happened on their property. Investigators reported finding bloodstains in the track of a sliding glass door that led them to Shaver's dining area to their backyard. Lori Shaver allegedly posed as her deceased husband in social media messages to family and used his credit card to make various online purchases. Shaver also tried to sell her late husband's guns and vehicles after his death. The court previously denied the defense's motion seeking an evaluation for the minor who allegedly admitted to the murder, but Shaver's team is now asking to renew the request. Filmer told a prosecutor at a bond hearing Thursday that he never asked how the body ended up in the backyard. Michael Shaver was buried beneath a concrete slab outside their home. We believe it's exculpatory. We believe that we have a right to present any and all exculpatory evidence, whether the court approves it or not. The Lake County Prosecutor's Office told Wesh in a statement that no credible evidence supporting the claims made concerning the involvement of the child, and that the child has not made statements to law enforcement agencies. I don't remember that, but I remember how did Mike Jones' case end? Oh, wow. Okay, and then there's something else I was just going to look at right here. Okay. Documents, license, okay. TikTok's latest drama, Tattoo Gate, and the reason. Okay, so what's that? She just wanted a tattoo of her favorite animal. Ontario-based Courtney Monteith reached out to a tattoo artist after she admired about getting a tattoo on her arm of a fox surrounded by flowers. Suddenly, she was out of a few $1,000s with no tattoo. She posted the drama on TikTok and has since amassed millions of views and thousands of comments from those who agreed she was wrong. The internet, and especially TikTok in recent years, has taken venting to the new level. When we think we've getting the short end of the stick, we seek out those who will tell us we're right. Experts explain, and in viral videos, people are able to find thousands of people who will agree to them. Those following what has been dubbed as Tattoo Gate are enthralled by the drama, in part because humans are hardwired to be social and take sides, depending on who they most identify with. When you feel like you're getting scammed, there's usually a sense of powerlessness, and posting about it often tries to reverse that, giving you validation when people agree you've been wronged. Okay, so, yeah. That's great. Okay, well, all right, we got all that. Now let's see. Hi, cats. Where's cats? Oh, wait. All right, so let's look at something else now. I'm telling you, I walked a long time on my bad toe. So, we're going to look at a couple of things. So we're going to look at a house in Kentucky in Greenup County. I wanted to do some real estate game. So let me pull this up. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about this, all right? It's experience the beauty and history of this stunning riverfront home on 5 acres of breathtaking land on the banks of the Ohio River. And from the moment you arrive, you'll be captivated by spectacular views of the river and the natural beauty of the surrounding landscape. You'll find 4,500 square feet of beautifully appointed living space with 6 bedrooms, 4 full baths, with high-end finishes throughout. Built in 1870, this grand Italianate Victorian home boasts unique architectural details and is perfect for those who appreciate historic charm without sacrificing modern amenities. It features a gourmet kitchen with top-of-the-line appliances, an extraordinary primary suite with a balcony, soaring ceilings, hardwood floors, expansive windows that offer sensational river views from every room. The home has been meticulously maintained and features updated electrical plumbing, newer roof, and HVAC system. Plenty of space to explore. The expansive land offers endless possibilities for outdoor activities, making this property a nature lover's dream and perfect for entertaining and relaxing. You can read a book in the gazebo, rest in a hammock by the river, stroll to the private dock, or admire the awe-inspiring panoramas and exquisite landscaping. The home truly has it all, so don't miss your opportunity to own a piece of history with one-of-the-kind riverfront gem, combining history, luxury, and natural beauty into one extraordinary package. Let's look. There's the river. Wow, look at the library. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. This is the red room. There's the dogs. These pictures are a little low. It must have been, it was Christmas time. There was like, look at that nice stained glass window. Wow. Wow. Well, this is, I believe this is Kohler. It's not orchid. I think it's plum color from circa 1991. That would have to go. That, my friends, would be the first thing to go, like the Grinch says. So would this sink, but that's an easy swap out there. Okay, we've got some of this carpet that would have to go. Oh boy. Look at that mural. My sister-in-law did something like that in the 1980s, but it was on one wall in this family room. Okay, well. Well. Well, the gourmet kitchen is a little dated. Quite a bit, again, circa 1991. The stove may be newer, but again, countertops look like laminate, and carpeting's got to go. Wow. What's the wallpaper, Batman? Ah, wow. This is heavily in the 90s. Heavily. Great spattering of 90s. Now this bathroom isn't that bad if you take away the curtain. Is that is just the most odd shower curtain I've seen. And even the wallpaper, it might not be so bad if you got rid of that stuff. It looks like it is appointed. It's got an undermount sink. It looks like it has Corian Countertop solid surfacing, it looks like, in the shower is even, the tile is more modern than that Kohler plum they had. There's the walk down to the river, beautiful views. This bunny thing here. Gazebo is nice. And there's the river. Okay, so what do you think that gem? Ohio River with 5 acres in Kentucky. What do you think that gem is? Kevin says 340. L says 359. Ruff says 650. Montana first state to ban TikTok tonight. Oh, Montana banned TikTok tonight, so anyone in Montana can't watch it. Lots of work to do inside, Barb says. 650K. Rich says 725. 425 for Deborah Vancouver, and 745, and I'm being kind here. Jane Dusan, how are you? It's 345. 345. Is that okay? Bucky Yan says 4K. 400K. 749 is the price on that. All right, let's see what else we've got now. Wow. Okay, let's look at, grab this. We're going to go to Yates County, town of Milo for this next house. There we go. And I'm going to tell you this is the Wagoner Estate. An exquisite historic home with 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, purchased and restored by the great-grand family of the original owners. It sits on a hill on the edge of the village of Penn Yan with views of majestic Keuka Lake. Now, we just heard about Keuka Lake in the news. It was a tragedy, the drowning. Remember, sometimes you hear things 3 times. Now, this is the 2nd time Keuka Lake has come into our midst. It was later to become the site of the Wagoner Apple. Having been operated as a well-known bed and breakfast, the property is now offered as a whole house rental, grossing $70,000 per summer season. With commercial zoning, this property offers many opportunities, such as a restaurant, brewery, or event center, or it could become your family home. It's up to you if the price is right. Let's take a look. A little more about this. It was built in 1794. It sits on 4.76 acres. It's colonial revival, 4,400 square feet. It's a strange look there. Okay, look at the lakes. It's around the Finger Lakes. Juka Lake is a finger lake. And that looks like a Scotty dog? I don't know. Can't see it well enough. Welcome, laugh, love, live. Farmhouse. There it is for Christmas. Okay, it's got a modern looking kitchen. It looks like the wood painted cabinets. Oh, there's open shelving in the pantry. Tea, cocoa, flour. Farmhouse. Smaller kitchen. There's a big quilt that we were talking about. Somebody was saying about making big quilt squares. Yeah, you could finish one of those relatively easy, right? That would be a good first project. That's pretty easy to do. And it looks pretty. Who was the one saying that? Bucky Ann? Yeah, that looks easy. On the lake, what does that say? We're on lake time now. Welcome to the Wagoner Estate, bed and breakfast, built in 1794. Please ring the bell. Okay, so what do you think is the price tag on that beauty? That's a layer cake quilt. Yeah, that looks simple, right? That's what Bucky M was saying. She was saying 12-inch squares. That looks easy to do. That's not... You thought the rooms would be bigger. I was talking about the quilt, Bucky M. That's what you were talking about, right? Just make those big squares like that. I'm not sure why they call it a layer cake. Hi, Rich. Hi, everybody. Okay, everybody in a pretty home, Barb says. Get done faster. Right, exactly. And we're looking at $8.99 for that home. So that might just be being bought up by one of us here. I don't know. Let's see. Where the heck has Rotatilicap? Rotatilicap, where have you been? You hate us now. Okay, now we're going to look at something. Stonehurst Place. This is in Midtown Atlanta. It's a B&B. It's a business that's for sale. We're going to take a look. Come on, get over there. Go on now. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about this. Stonehurst Place has sat atop its stately perch in Midtown's historic garden district since 1896, maintaining its place as one of the most architecturally significant and well-preserved homes in Atlanta, and arguably the most acclaimed B&B in the South. Originally built by the beloved Hinman family, Stonehurst remained in their stewardship for 100 plus years. In 2007, visionary new owners lovingly embarked upon a dramatic 17-month renovation in partnership with some of the most renowned experts in design and preservation, delivering a truly remarkable guest experience at every turn. With the inspiration behind each design decision, and Stonehurst Place was fully reimagined with forward-thinking, sustainable elements and unparalleled levels of bespoke finishes for a property of its kind. The estate's period detailing was meticulously preserved, yet infused with modern-day amenities like heated marble floors, towel warmers in each bath, elevating the landmark property and its acclaimed guest experience to the highest level of industry standards, both technologically and ecologically. The diligent and attentive on-site innkeepers and staff cater to each patron's individual needs while infusing the Stonehurst Place experience at every opportunity, from the daily 3-course breakfast served on Stonehurst's original china to serving up freshly squeezed lemonade on quintessential summer screen porch. It is this fusion of client-centric design and award-winning guest experiences that have earned Stonehurst Place the elusive and prestigious 4-diamond property rating from AAA, AAA, and the highest guest rating among any hotel in Atlanta, according to Expedia.com. Okay, let's take a look. This is quite the property. It was built when 1896, 5,871 square feet. Thought that was a chicken. Male chicken. Sorry, I'm going a little fast. I am falling asleep a little bit. Look at this. Farnsworth, the rooms all have names. The Piedmont. You're in the Piedmont room tonight. I don't enjoy fabric beds in a B&B. I don't believe that's sanitary. I don't find that sanitary. Okay. $3.5 million for Barbara Olson, $7.5 million for Elle, who says it's impeccable. Rich Guillaume, see ya, bye, you leaving, Rich? That's not nice. Thank you, you don't care about my toe. If I had the bucks, Barb would buy it. You're buying a business, $2.3 million. For Margot K. 3.2 million, where's the pool? Mary Warren, did you have fun at the auction? I don't even see Mary Warren. Oh, there's Mary Warren. Oh, shoot. There's the answer. There's the answer. And I'm going to call in the troops because I am exhausted. It's been quite a day. My toe needs rest. And I'm going to go. She had a blast. Thank you guys for coming. And God bless. Prayers for all that need them. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. You were off, Elle. All right, everybody. Goodbye. Have a good night. See you later. Night.